It's the Dance Force with DJ Wil on the Wheels of Steel.
Dance Force before hours with the Smooth Spinner DJ Wil 2023. Brand new year, brand new things. And I have my first guest for the year on the show. The one and only Mr. Parte Yani, Ruyonga.
Yay! Oh my God. I can't
Big up
believe
to
I'm
you,
here.
man.
Hey, what's up, man?
Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
How's everything?
Everything's good.
Did you close off the year nicely, 2023?
Yeah, it did.
No problems?
Yeah.
No illness? Nothing at all that could put
Okay,
you
there
down?
were one or two of those days where there was an illness thing and then it just went away.
I know there was like a whole
There was
Ebola
a
thing,
thing.
COVID. There was a very weird flu that was moving
There was a
around.
weird flu that just
Yeah.
circulated through. Yeah, man.
I can
I had to
imagine.
run in with that, but I mean, we're here. We're
Yeah,
here.
but
So
glory to God that you're here, man.
yeah, definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Last year, you had one of the biggest hits,
Yeah.
Parte Yani.
Yeah, man.
And I remember the time you were here the last time.
Yeah.
And you were telling me, man, I have this song. It's called Parte Yani. It's with Zex, with Angelangi, and Wonder JR.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about it and
Yeah.
how you were taking that different direction in terms of your art.
Definitely.
How do you feel with
I
the
mean-
response that everyone everywhere is playing your song?
I mean,
In
the
a
response is beautiful, man. Like,
in a kafunda, it's
man,
local bus somewhere.
everywhere,
The Chidongo is moving.
everywhere, man. I could argue like we had the biggest song. It's just for us, we didn't have any fluff on top of it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, man,
Do you
guys
think it
loved.
would be a hit?
I mean, I thought so. I mean, but there's always
So
like
that's
the
about- that's
reality
good.
where guys are.
Yeah.
Nah, man, like guys, really, that song it ran that entire season, like.
Parte Yani.
Yeah, every.
And you know the thing is, us DJs, okay, no disrespect to your intro on the song, but every
just
time we're
cut
playing
that
music
off.
and you're at that pace in the bar where you're
Yeah.
playing hardcore music,
Yeah.
we'll go straight into the
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
Ain't no party, and then you'd hear the
Yeah, I know.
crowd
It would go
going
crazy. No, I mean that's what the song is supposed to do when it's in those spaces. So it's car.
And it's like you say that you guys freestyled the project, right?
Yeah, no, it just went off the vibe. It was vibes. It was a lot of vibes, man. Like, yeah. I mean, me personally, I ran through one or two different things to see which one would fit. But
Yeah.
the rest of them, the Zex, that was freestyle. What Zex did.
And I love that this song helped each one of you, because with you,
Yeah.
it got you to a more wider
Audience, definitely.
And with Zex, it also got him into this community of, okay,
Yeah.
we have Ruyonga, who we've known over the years for being a hip-hop act and things
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
And now Zex taps in onto that. This
Yeah.
Also, the world got introduced to Wonder JR.
Yeah, they
For
did,
a
they
lot
did,
who
they
don't know
did.
who he is,
Yeah.
and what he does.
Yeah, it was a favorite, but in like these closed spaces that
Yes.
broke him out of that, which is really what we wanted to see anyway, because we've always felt like Wanda has that appeal. So this was beautiful.
And I was attending some events somewhere, which I'm not really going to name, where people go sit in the grass and have a good time. And I remember Wonder JR was one of the performers.
Yeah.
And he was performing his other different projects.
Yeah.
The response was not all that.
No, not really.
Not until you guys had to do Parte Yani.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Was
there are
when
times
now
when
everybody,
man, there are songs that just do that, like especially for their season.
Yeah.
Because deep down, everyone might like you and might like your stuff, but once you have that song, that's all you're going to be waiting for.
Yes.
Like, it's just the truth. Like, they're like, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
But
But you know what we want.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
And that was the
it does
response
that.
in the audience.
Yeah, no, it was crazy.
And moving away from that, you also took it on a little further and you worked with Rickman.
Yes.
Sawa ya Kwetega.
Yeah, we
Tell
did
me a
Kwetega.
little bit about that.
No, I mean the song Kwetega really, I was just in that line, like especially with this particular album, I just did some songs that are definitely for that mass market, that feel, that vibe, party. So Kwetega was one of those. There's a couple others, but I mean it's a whole project, so it's varied. Me, I've never done a one line type of thing. That there has to be different feels, but I definitely had some songs that their feel was this is party stuff, including Rickman. It came out really well. Rickman's good at what he does, man.
How did you get Rickman on the song?
Big ups to Atin on the beat. I went to Atin.
Oh, you worked with Atin?
Yeah, I mean, we had the song with Josh and everything, but we're not going to go anywhere with this song if we don't go to Atin. So we went to Atin and we got his thoughts on it, and he did more than just his thoughts.
Is he a co-producer of the song?
He did the session. He engineered. He engineered it.
That's good, because to me, I always thought that this project of yours would be worked on by Josh.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But Josh doesn't hesitate to like when you respect other people's spaces, that space belongs to Atin. Like,
man.
if you think of a song, Hangover by Rickman, that's Atin. Balo Balo, that's Atin. Like, you have to respect that space, that man.
Though I'll have a conversation with Atin about Balo Balo. where he took the sample from, and whether the people that he took the sample from, he got their clearance.
Are they from here?
It's an old song.
From who?
Jamaica. In the Caribbean. The beat. He took a sample, but we're not going to talk about him now. So, moving away from that, Kwetega is also making its rounds.
Yeah.
Of course, getting that force from Rickman.
Yeah.
Going forward, this year 2023,
yeah.
Ruyonga, so many things have been introduced or are going to be introduced. For instance, as an artist, you know that the government has said you guys are going to have to pay taxes.
Man.
You're going to have to declare that 18%.
Yeah.
Like us guys in our industry, for us, we're so used. We look at our paychecks and like, okay.
Yeah,
our 18%. So you are going to start paying 18%. What do you think about that?
I think whenever those things come, it's always an opportunity to structure. I mean, of course, it's very unfair. Honestly, in the sense of it's a jungle. There's no structure in that game. So for you, what to put the tax structure wise, but there's nothing. That money is never going to go to anything musical.
but we know artists don't go to anything.
But you know, as in, I think we need to start thinking long term. It's always, it can't always be the government who comes forward and basically does what they do. Because the taxing body is going to tax you when they get an opportunity. That's what they do.
Yeah, because it's like this whole thing. Because you know, you artists, some of you make some good money. Like on a weekend, I know some artists who can make like 20M.
Yeah,
and that's tax-free money.
Yeah.
So on that 20M. Yeah. You can't declare 18%.
You can't declare it.
No, nobody likes to pay taxes.
No one likes to pay taxes, and that's the problem. Is when you think about it, taxes come from a place of structure, comes from a place of system.
Yeah.
Of course, no one wants to pay it because the system there's no real system.
Yeah.
But it's like, why can't we try to come together and put together a system? And I know different people try to do different things. You whatever, and you whatever.
Yeah.
What those guys are, but the truth is like, why can't artists like decide and come together and be like, look, man, there's profit here. We want everyone to eat from this, and that's a problem that we have. It's always going to be an issue until a group of people come together and actually are organized about this thing, because organized people make more money.
Are you worried that one time you could be on stage and a URA personnel shows up and takes you off the stage in front of your crowd?
No.
Because of tax defaulting?
No.
Or another artist? Because these
maybe
are literally going to see where people you're going to be there, we're going to be eating party, and then all of a sudden the music stops. Why? There is a bunch of URA officials there.
Yeah, but is that new? They're always stopping the party for one reason or another, man. I heard what they did there at Bandari during the week of the what.
Yes.
That's what they do. But also, man, I mean, you never know who's going to be here in a year or two. Like,
yeah,
you never, like, really, you can't.
Well,
I don't know.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
And then also, one of the things I was thinking about is that, just to add a little bit on the tax issue, is that I think somebody raised a point recently that the reason why you need to pay taxes as the artist is that you're enjoying what they call a conducive environment to perform. I don't know how correct that is.
As in, you know, there has to come a time when there's a group of people who's in charge who actually care about the people. Like,
yeah,
we have to believe for that. Every time those guys they just turn around and start looking for someone to disturb. Now it's before us. Who are they disturbing? These guys on the road here, like, what? Like, it's like it gets to a point where, like, you know, that's not how that system works. You can't just be using it to misuse people. It's going to backfire on you if you do that.
I think you guys really, really pissed off the government recently. So
these
are like the consequences.
We guys,
you know?
got it.
Anyway, let's leave that alone. 2023 Ruyonga, there's going to be a lot of competition because everybody realized what 2022 was able to do for some artists.
Yeah.
As a performer who's been in the game for some time now,
yeah,
more collaborations for you or more of pushing Ruyonga alone?
I think I'm going to push Ruyonga. There's a couple collaborations I already have. Yeah, so I'm not against them, but like right now, what's the aim? Like,
you don't want to be that guy who's known for collabos?
I have them. Like I have a whole album full of them. I have then my next 2-3 tracks are like collaboration. I need some songs that I can also put out that are just Ruyonga. So
yes.
You get it? Because it's beautiful, but it's a bit of an issue when it comes to these performances they want to tax us for. You know, when you're split 3, 4, 5 people.
Any chance we'll go back to the sounds of Muhurire, you know, the ones that you did so many years ago?
I believe so, but I have to first
working with the likes of Baru and all that.
Shameless plug. Tomorrow, Baru's album comes out.
All right, you're giving him color.
Hey, Baru's album comes out. We're going to go listen to it at Icon Lounge then go. But anyway, we're always for each other. We always, Okay. Big up to Baru with Trez Funk. We're always for each other. We're always doing stuff. We're just trying to make this stuff make sense. But I think if we continue to work and we continue to be active, you know, I mean, people only try and tax you because you're profitable. Okay. You'd rather be taxable than not. Yeah.
And speaking about profit, any chance you're going to pull out some younger people this year, give them a platform?
I'd like to. But for me, even the guys I worked with,
as a business person,
as a business person,
yes, younger artists, give them a platform, you know, so they also get known. Maybe you can make a meal or two from them.
That's always the end. That's always an end goal. You want to grow and you want to diversify. I think as an artist, if you're not thinking like that, then you're just doing this as a hobby, really. And I can't do 100 albums solo. Like, I mean, I can, but I'm not Nas. And even then, like, he's an investor. Like, if you want to grow, you have to invest in others. Yeah. You know? Yeah, so it's an idea we've been working on.
Let me pick your idea on something that recently happened, like a tragedy. I'm sure you heard of the people that passed away at Freedom City.
Yeah.
On New Year's. It was very sad because, I mean, that's a very painful death. You go to a place to have a good time.
Yeah.
And you don't know that's going to be the last day of your life. So many people have come up with their own reactions regarding who is to blame and who should be held accountable.
Right.
In your opinion, who do you think should be held accountable? Because in this case, we have the promoter.
There's the promoter.
We do have the owner of the venue.
Yeah.
We do have law enforcement that gave the permission to hold the concert.
Those are the three.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, those are the three. It's like, you can pick between one of those three, but really, those were the three entities. I mean, the promoter knew they were going over. The owner had the right to stop it. And then they got the permissions from law enforcement. So at the end of the day, those are the guys who are going to have to be held to task. They're going to have to be held accountable for that, because I had the very next day they did another event there.
No, that was so wrong.
It was messed up. As an artist,
are you going to be very skeptical about the venues you perform going forward, having seen some of those things happen?
Yeah, man, in general we try to be around people who are a bit more organized than that. Like in the circles I roll in, I try to, like, we're a bit more mindful than that. I mean, you don't ever want to, you don't ever want to be in a situation where you get booked for someone's event and then you're part of something like that. God forbid, you know. But in general, like, I haven't come across a situation to that end. You know, like, you shouldn't get so greedy where you're like, oh my God, there are more people. Like, these are people. They're not just figures. You know. So everyone wants a full house.
But going forward, I think that you guys as artists, you're going to also have to put pressure on these guys, the venues you're performing, because this thing first started in the US, if you remember what happened with Travis Scott. And then the stage, some of those things were falling on people and all that. Now we've got our own tragedy here at home. So when you're going to perform at your next gigs, are you going to be very mindful of the places you're in, structures?
I mean, I hope to have those problems. I mean, can only hope to be not the opposite, like a terminal situation. Not like, you can only hope to have you know, those kinds of issues where there's so many people where you have to be like, okay, now we have to close it off. But I mean, in that situation, you have a responsibility you and your team have a responsibility to be mindful. Because I mean, people, you don't want that to be someone's lasting memory. You guys, like, you lost a friend or a family, whatever member,
a parent,
like,
things like that. And there were kids involved, which was sad as well.
No, it was not. I don't have that story properly, but it went from one thing to another.
Were up to 18.
Yeah.
Which is still sad, because those 18, each one of them belongs to somebody out there, you know.
Yeah.
A child, a parent, a breadwinner, you know, something of the sort.
Yeah.
So it's very, very sad that it happened. Before we close the interview, 2023. Any plans for that, Ruyonga, to your listener out there, all over the country, all over the world, listening to the show or watching the show as well?
Break through the borders, take Uganda to the rest of the world, tour, possibly world tour, like tour, get the opportunity to tour as much as possible.
Yeah.
Kabalega album comes out this year. So Parte Yani, all those songs, they're part of a project.
Album.
They're part of a project. It's actually promo for that.
Yes.
That album. We have a bunch of interviews we did with Josh the Fixer, with Wazo Dazo.
Yeah.
Some really powerful interviews. So that stuff's going to be coming out. But in general, just basically wearing more hats and stepping into more arenas. You know, I mean, being a wordsmith, yeah. But what about entertainment? What about business? You know, being in those spaces so that you can open the doors for other people. That's what 2023 is about. Now, as we're not stopping the gas, we're going to put the foot down on the gas. It's like we didn't do 2022. That's how we're looking at it. So yeah, we're all for whoever is racing. We'll race with.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming through. Congratulations. Happy New Year once again.
Thanks, Will. Thank
Anytime you have a brand new project, please do come around.
Of
talk
course,
about
of course,
it.
of
And
course,
let's see how
of
we can
course.
help you. It's Ruyonga on Dance Force Before Us, my first guest of 2023. DJ Wil. Let's keep it going. Fresh hits for Uganda, Capital FM.
It's the Dance Force with DJ Wil on the Wheels of Steel.